Hi guys, I'm just filming this video just sort of show off the start of my New Year New Army project, and I have also bought some Dwarven Iron Guard to add to my already quite substantial Khazad army. So the army I'm going to do this year is Thorins company. It is, in my opinion, the cheapest army you can collect in at least the Middle-earth strategy battle game, if not the entire of GW's, all their games, because for £30 you get a box with 50 models that equals 1,000 point army. That is normally the largest points numbers that you play to in Middle-earth. So that's the outside of the box. Let's put this down. Let's have a look at some of the models. I haven't actually opened this box yet. That's the back of the box. Shows you all the guys you got. So it's only one sprue, which I'm quite surprised by. But this is sort of the old school Middle-earth where most models were monopose, and you had like one or two that maybe had like arms and quivers and things that needed to be sort of stuck on. So something else that I think is quite cool is where is Mr. Bilbo. So if we look down here at Mr. Bilbo, you'll notice that he has an option for either to be holding Sting or to be holding a walking stick, which I think is quite cool. So you can sort of have him, depending how you want to play him, before he got Sting or after he got Sting. I'm probably going to play him with Sting because it just makes more sense. And where we've got Thorin at the top here, so he's got an option for to be holding Orcrist or a sword and the Oaken Shield, which is quite cool. I think I'll probably give him Orcrist because Orcrist is a badass sword. Although the Oaken Shield is pretty cool, as it not only allows you to shield, but it allows you to make one attack while you're shielding, which is actually could be very, very handy. And Thorin is already like defense 7, so making him defense 8 is probably pretty tough nut. Now that's the thing about these guys, they're not all of them necessarily the toughest. Dwarf models are generally quite tough anyway, but because these are just sort of like the Thorins company before they get to Erebor, not all of them are wearing armour. And I think that's going to be the thing for me, is going to be sort of working out which are the core heroes, the ones that I'm always going to take, the ones that I want at 400 points, and then sort of, obviously there are some models that are definitely, warrior models designed to be, like for example, Dwalin and Gloin, and obviously Thorin himself. But yeah, so that's just sort of this video, just sort of me looking at the sprue. It's quite cool. Most of them are all more monopose. I thought there might be more arms to glue on, but to be honest, that makes things a lot easier. But as I'm looking around the sprue, I'm noticing a lot more there's like quivers and knives attached to backs. So that's quite cool. No, I must admit, it's a rather cool little sprue here, and the DL I'm quite impressed with that. And that'll give me another Gandalf model. I've currently only got one Gandalf, which is the Khazad Gandalf. I must admit, these are the Hobbit sort of era models. Do sort of show where like Games Workshop was really starting to improve their sort of sculpting with plastic. Because if you look at, say, the Plastic Fellowship, which are a lot older than these guys, they're still decent enough models, and the plastic obviously makes them easy to convert. But the detail just wasn't there in the same way that, models made like 10 years later, I think. Might even be more than that. It's just a big difference, obviously. And obviously nowadays, Gamesworkshops is starting to kick out more and more plastic models, which, to be honest, I've got the new Witch King, and it is an amazing sculpt. Anyway, thanks guys. Catch up with you later.